Hello and welcome back to our survival let's play on No Man's Land. Absolutely no idea what episode we're on. It's been well over a week since we've been on here. I mean, you'll notice by the fact I've only been putting about 3 videos a week out. Obviously, it's just things aren't sort of haven't been going as smoothly as what they would be. So yeah, no idea what episode we're on. It's been probably about a week since I put an episode of No Man's Land out. But I do remember in the last episode I think we started harvesting this field, didn't we? We did some of it. We've got sugar beet in here. And I think we started harvesting it. We might not have finished it on camera. I think I might have done it off camera because I think the videos were already sort of kicking on in length, weren't they? So what we've did, I had an idea and then I've had another idea since. So we got all the sugar beet and the idea was, as you'll see, it's all been put in a heap up here right at the top, because the idea initially was to put it through that BGA, because they were all going in there anyway. We don't need the sugar beet for anything else. It was all going in there. But then gold mining's come out, or gold production has come out, and we're 100% going to be getting into that without a doubt. The only issue we have at the minute is our lack of stones. I don't think we've got any in that trailer. I think we got, funnily enough, they were there for, yeah, months upon months. This trailer was full of stones, and I sold it quite recently, I think, didn't I? So we've got some down there. We need the stones, we need water, and we need methane. I'll turn that off because I'm not actually going to be using that again. Yeah, we need methane. Obviously we need to get the buildings as well. So how's this set? Is the methane set to store? So at the minute we're not producing anything. I might end up selling this, you know. Because when we get the gold production, and I think there's another production that goes alongside it, but I can't think what it is. It might be just a methane production actually. Once we get that, then all of our product will probably be going into doing the gold rather than the electricity. Right, but we will come back to that, because the first thing we're going to do is the most, I was going to say the most sensible job. It probably is the most sensible job, because we need to get some canola harvested. Have I got the wrong thing on? I've got the wrong flaming header on. At least I remembered now, and not when I got there. Yeah, so we've got 2 fields of canola that are ready to harvest. We have, I think, 2 fields of sunflowers that are ready to harvest, and the same again with soybeans. The soybeans we will probably do in the second half of January. Don't think so. In November, because they're only going to get stored and sold in, I think the top price is in June. What's this missing? They're not growing anything at the minute. What are they missing? Missing materials. They've got water. It's going to be fertilizer, isn't it? Liquid fertilizer, I think, is missing from there. Right. Let's get round to the canola. Yeah, so obviously the canola, if you remember, we put the canola through the old mill, don't we? Round the back there. Might as well start here. It was already unfolded. Right. Let's go. Yeah, the canola goes through the mill to create canola oil. Do you know, I've just thought there's going to be a lot of these, I've just remembered, because like I said, it has been that long since I've been on here, that things are just going to keep popping into my head. It's November. I'm sure one of the oils peaks in November, and I'm pretty sure it's canola oil. We'll have to have a check. One of the oils definitely peaks in November. There's so much. I mean, we've got... What have we got now? 227k. We need... I've said we're going to upgrade our equipment. Stuff like our cultivators, our seeders, our planters, things like that. But I also would like some sort of forestry machine, because that is going to make us a ton of money if we can get something like that. And I also want to get into the gold production, which, depending on how long this takes, we might be able to get started today. I need to find somewhere to put it first, like, because I don't have an obvious space. Possibly out the back of where the cow, right over the other side of the farm, where the cow and other chicken production is. That might be our only place. I wanted down on the farm rather than up at the production site, because everything's going to be down here. The stones we get are going to be from down here. The water, obviously, I mean, I know there's water up there, but it takes absolutely ages to fill the tanker from the water source up at the production site. And what's the other thing we need? Methane. Oh, that's going to be down here as well. So yeah, I definitely want the gold production down here. To be fair, even if we needed to take some field space, I've said this before, haven't I, that I am willing to, some of our sort of original fields, I'm willing to lose some of that space if it's going to be more productive using it as something else. Do you know them cows are making plenty of noise? Do you know what they're not making? Any flaming milk. That's what they're not making. I thought the cows started producing milk at 6 months old. Some of them are 7 months old and they're not producing. I've got a feeling it's going to be 12, isn't it? Which I know on here, especially on the way we play it, the way we play No Man's Land, everything turned up hard to the max. Like, nothing's easy on here, and we get no quick hits as well. We get no sort of quick wins. Everything's... We do get destroyed fences. Everything's sort of the grind, isn't it? But yeah, it would have been so much easier if those cows produced at 6 months. Just because that's what I struggle with eggs and milk for the different productions we've got. And I'm just thinking as well, we're only a month away from the donuts peaking in price, and we have a hell of a lot of donuts. In fact, let's have a look. Right, that was me looking at the soybeans. What have we got down here? So canola, yep, November. It's going up at the farm shop. Love to say that. Yeah, love to say that. Going up the farm shop. They're in February, and that's about March, May time for them. And we're going to look at donuts, weren't we? They're all... So December, do you know that price doesn't half move, doesn't it? All in December, prices are down quite a lot at the minute, so we will have to wait. If the prices were close, I was going to maybe get rid of them, but they're not. Right. We will... What we'll do, I think, we'll get a bit of a time-lapse going, because we've got that other field to do as well. Do you know, thinking about it, I think we've got a couple of fields to turn around as well, haven't we? Or we've got one field to turn around. By the end of this episode, that'll probably go up to 3. By the end of this month, it will be at 7. We'll have 7 fields to... That'll need liming, fertilising, either drilling or cultivating and planting. So there's a hell of a lot of field work to do. Right, let's get time lapse going, and we'll see how far we get. Not much more to go, and I haven't checked exactly what time, but that rain symbol has just come on, so we need... I mean, we will get this done, that's not a problem, but it just meant, you know, I haven't missed a bit the whole time I've been off camera. As soon as I come on, bit's gone, and there's another bit as well. Absolutely typical, isn't it? Right, yeah, it just means we wouldn't get any other harvesting done in this particular episode. How many fields did I say we've got to do? We've got another 4 fields, haven't we, to harvest. I mean, they don't necessarily all have to be done in November, but obviously the quicker you do them, the quicker you can get the fields turned around and more crop into it. In between the last clip you'll have seen on the time lapse, I've had to go and empty the combine. I think when I got to an end of one of the runs, it was on about 94% or something like that. So that was emptied, and then we'll end up with, I don't know, maybe 3,000, another 3,000 litres possibly. Maybe not that much, because it's not going to be a full width of the header, is it? Right. I'm not going to be able to spin that round, I'll just have to take that off. Yep, there we go. I love how the twin screws just turn like on a 6-pence stoner. And I think they've sorted the track issue out as well, which I'm pretty sure it was doing when I first came on today's episode. So you'll notice on other videos, when you were turning in the twin screw, the tracks were really sort of turning to one side, and it looked as if the tracks were going in the wrong direction. So you were turning to the right, but it looked as if the tracks were going to the left. That isn't doing it anymore. It was definitely doing it the last time we used it. Whether that was the last video or the video before, I'm not sure. Right. That's all the canola done. We'll go and empty this, and then we're going to go and take a trailer full over, and then we'll be able to see how much canola we've actually got as well. I know this might seem daft that I'm emptying all the canola in there and then I'm going to get a trailer and take it over. You'd be right, it is daft, but I was sort of halfway through it. Oh, I've brought that down as well. That's our new lime spreader behind us. I bought that a couple of episodes ago, didn't I? But it's been left at the shop, so that has been brought down. Why am I going back there? We need this. Our beautiful Marshall trailer. Right, let's see how much canola we've got off them 2 fields. Let's not crash into a big tractor tyre. Why is that fill? I don't want that. Oh, my word. Right. Let's get this parked round here. And out of the way. Let's get... In fact, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's fill this and then... Or at least fill it with 1. In fact, we'll fill it with 2. There we go. Let's get rid of them 2. 1200 litres, because we can tip seed in this greenhouse, can't we? Or we can alternatively tip solid fertiliser in that greenhouse, not seed. We normally put manure in there, don't we? It'll get used, like, it's not an issue. Now we can see how much canola we've got off that field. I'd say probably around 26,000 litres, something like that. Just thinking about what we emptied. Ah, look at that, 26,167. Fantastic. Is it 18,000 litres? We can get in here. 18,400. We'll just take this one trailer full over and then we'll top up later. Yeah, so this area here, this is the area on the left hand side that we're probably going to look at putting the golden methane productions. We've never done anything with that land. I think we might have cutted once, got the grass off it, but other from that we haven't done a thing with it. What are we on? 10:10. Do we normally play ×3 or ×5 on this? I know we play ×3 on Westbridge, don't we? I'm sure we normally play ×3 on it. Right, I think we were out of canola. I'm going to go and have a look. We've got all this oil stacked up, so we're going to make some decent money out of that. Canola, 18th, yeah, we were out. Just like we're out with sunflowers as well, but we've got sunflowers to put in there. We just need to harvest them 2 fields there. I say them 2 fields, not 2 fields anymore, is it? It's 1. If you remember, yeah, we joined up round here. Okay, doke, right. I am going to take the tractor back over there, and I'm going to have a look to see what we're going to do next. Okay, the thing that we're going to do, we're going to get this this gold production. We're going to have a look at that. I assume it's going to be under factories. I'm sure there's a gold and there's a methane production there. there, yeah. So these two. So it's going to cost 55 grand to get these up and running. So that needs water, stones and methane. And to get methane you can put any of that in. Oh, you can put digestate in as well. That is great because we produce quite a lot of that anyway. Right, how big's that one? Ah, how big's that one? Why is that overlapping with another object? Why is that overlapping with another object? Right, so we can put it there, but is that then going to go off our land? I wonder if this because there's can I get it in here? Collides with no. I wonder if it's because there's tree stumps. In here somewhere. I think that might be a possibility. How annoying is that? The thing, I don't want to put it there solely because I don't want them tanks to be out of our bounds and not be able to. I assume that's where you collect the methane from. Should we just go for it? Let's just go for it. Oh, that took up more space than I thought. At least never went into that field, I suppose. Right, now let's put the gold production on as well. Right, where's that gonna go? It can go there. Can go anywhere along here. I mean, I'm quite happy for it to go there. It's sort of seems like a good spot. I just don't. I hope there's nothing around that side that I need. Right. That seems alright. Do we think that's going to be landscape, painting? Do we think that's a concrete one? Yes. It's probably costing a fortune. Let's change. Just get that corner off. And let's get the dirt. And we'll get this track. Coming around here. There we go. Right. That seems alright for now. He says touching things up. So what we want is, we want loads of our sugar beet in there. We want water and stones in there. I'm gonna go and get this tractor. We'll hook up to that other trailer and we'll start getting some stones in here, I think. Let us get the equipment sorted. and then we'll be right back on. So I bought that trailer, our dump trailer, because that's what we use for the stones. It's probably not going to be required. Now I've started picking them up. It is going to be. It is, but not by much. I mean, even that's a little bit heavy for it, to be fair. It's only at 72%, which is 1,700 litres of stone. It's a shame we can't break that massive rock up, isn't it, in front of us? I mean, we do have that field in front of us, what we've just harvested for sugar beet. That now needs ploughing, because it's had sugar beet in it, which means we will get stones off that. What a perverse situation this is as well. I've absolutely bitched on about hating stone picking, even though we have it in this, and we have it in this because we have everything switched on, don't we? Just to make it more difficult, but yeah, I can't stand stone picking, and now we're absolutely going to be relying on it to make money. Right, I think that's our lot. I don't even know what we've just put in there, because we can't fill the bucket. I have no idea. Let's get that moved, because I'm going to be using that water tank shortly. We'll have to have a look as well. I'm kind of presuming the price of gold is going to be quite good by doing this, because we've spent 55 grand already on gold production, and I haven't even looked to see what we're going to get out of it. Right. And we'll swap this over, and we'll get some water in it. Doesn't have to be. We don't have to fill it now. I can do that off camera, but we can get it going. I don't know if I've got anything that can transport methane, but I'm pretty sure that as part of this mod you can buy one of these. It might not be a Joskin one, but it's something very similar where you can transport methane. I wonder if you can just distribute it. Just the doors. Where's the door? Where's the... There it is. Wait. Oh, is this the... There, that's a gold one. So we want to be doing that. We're missing the methane, but if we distribute that, so are we now going to start making gold? Let's fast forward a little bit. It doesn't have to be much. Yeah, fast forward. Oh yeah, we're getting methane. Slow down. Ah, so there we are. Oh my god, we've run out of stones already. You are absolutely kidding me. Right, but we are getting gold, which is the important thing. This can come over here. Because we now need to clear this field. I was saying that, we don't need to clear it, do we? Where's our plough? It's down the bottom, isn't it? I'm just trying to think what do we use as a plough? There we go. Yeah, we don't have to clear it, but I could only plough maybe up to there and leave that little bit at the end, just where all the sugar beet is. John Deere's in the way. I would have liked, by the end of this video, to actually have some gold produced. But if we don't get any more stones, then that's not going to happen. And I'm pretty certain you can buy stones from the store. However, everything you buy from that store costs an absolute fortune. So that's going to be exactly the same. There we go, producing loads of lovely stones. Never had a bad word to say about them. Love stone picking on here. Right, I'm going to do this off camera. I might even pick the stones off camera as well. Just because the video will now seriously be ticking over in time. So I'm going to get cracking with this. Right, just about there with the stone picking. We're not going to have a great deal. What are we, less than 1800 at the minute? And we certainly won't have a great deal if we keep missing them. So whether we'll get a full pallet of gold, well, I was gonna say I assume a pallet will be 1,000 litres, but the thing that I was thinking about is, will the person who's created it maybe think that would be too heavy for a lot of the equipment? Which is actually something I'm going to need to think about. So maybe a pallet isn't 1,000 litres, but we'll find out. At some point when we create enough stones, we'll find out. I'm sort of between a rock and a hard place by creating stones, because it reduces this. So I mean, our environmental score has gone down 3 points since we started ploughing. It might also have been impacted by putting these buildings on, but I'm not sure about that. And I'm also thinking I might have wasted 20 grand by placing that methane factory, because we could have possibly created enough just without BGA. Right, look how fast them stones are going down. What's it actually say? How many stones per... So 1,000 stones makes 100 gold. Oh my word. That is a lot. That is a hell of a lot. So I mean, if it is a full pallet's 1,000 litres, then we need 10,000 stones. I'm pretty sure it'll be something for next episode, but I'm pretty sure I've seen a mod where you could create stones. I'm sure there was. No, lime. I will have to have a look through ModHub. Because I'm certain there was. Because I was thinking at the time, why would you want to produce more stones? But then, obviously, something like this has happened. Due to the length of what this video is going to get, I'm going to stop recording here for this episode. However, I'm not going to speed up time anymore. How's our trees getting on? No, still in the very first growth stage. Yeah, I'm not going to speed time up. When we come back for the second episode, it'll be from this point, pretty much. It's just before 1 o'clock, so it'll be around that time. I won't do any more. And we'll just go from there. We might even, because there's that much to do, get 3 episodes from November. Because there's a hell of... we have loads and loads to do, and I don't think I've got anywhere near enough time to do it all without going into December. But we'll see. That is something to think about for another day. So for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.